Hi there. Welcome back to Single Rider POV. Join me at Disneyland's California Adventure as we kick off the Festival of Holidays, running now through January 6th. We'll stroll through the parks, enjoy a festive food marketplace booze crawl, and attempt to snag a coveted Tiana's Bayou Adventure virtual queue. Let's get started. In August, I was hit by a car while crossing a busy intersection and was hospitalized. After some surgery and due to recovery, I had to cancel trips to Disneyland in September and October. This is my first attempt at solo travel following my accident, while also wearing an arm sling. I was nervous about how it would go, but was also looking forward to some much needed Disneyland. We're here. Yes! Oh my god, I'm so... This is sling. I hate so much, but I made it to Disneyland. Well, made it to Anaheim. Although I was bummed to miss the Halloween season, and full disclosure, I am not a fan of Christmas, the winter holiday decorations were up, and I couldn't help but get into the holiday spirit. I arrived a day before the official festival began, and spent my free time between both parks. Check it out! So the walls are down at the Haunted Mansion, and the greenhouse area looks gorgeous. I tried to get some footage, so we'll see how that turned out. Tomorrow is also the public opening of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and that is also looking beautiful. So I'm excited to check it out. I mean, I'm going to try. I'm hoping to get the virtual queue, so I'm going to wake my ass up early in the morning. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a Fantasyland rope drop, so we'll see how that goes as well. But wish me luck. I managed to get onto Star Wars Rise of the Resistance without a lightning lane in less than 15 minutes. Things are looking pretty good.
Is everyone assembled? Good. Should we be in front prep? Recruits.
After Rise, I figured I'd get this boozy weekend started with a trip to Oga's Cantina. Jedi mind trick. It can do me no wrong. I walked around Galaxy's Edge for a bit, but it was pretty chilly, so I headed back to my hotel, grabbed a sweater and a beanie, and decided to hit DCA for the evening. Can we just talk about how amazing Disneyland is at night? I look older and ragged at night, but Disneyland looks vibrant and amazing. And so here's a montage of Disney at night. Actually, Disney's California Adventure, because we'll do Disneyland tomorrow. I started the morning at Disneyland so that I could try to get a Tiana's Bayou Adventure virtual queue, but no such luck. I had time to kill until 11, when I would be able to park hop to DCA, so I rope dropped Fantasyland and noticed two very special guests at the Mad Tea Party spilling all of the tea. After a quick picnic with Mickey and Minnie, I snagged a holiday cold brew at Troubadour's Tavern. With dark chocolate cold brew, cookie butter cream, and a whole-ass sugar cookie, this was the perfect drink/breakfast to sip as I made my way to DCA. First up was Merry Mashups to try the Glacier Margarita. All right, welcome back to Single Rider POV. We're going to kick off the Festival of Holidays booze crawl with our first choice, which is the Glacier Margarita. It is Blanco tequila, a blue curacao, I can never say it right, coconut syrup, some raspberry syrup. Here, look, it's got alcohol, it's 11, so I'm ready to go. Let's give it a shot. I'm also going to try to do this with a sling. I do have some flexion this way going up, so it's going to be awkward, but let's do it. All right, here we go. First try. Three out of 5. Super sweet. You can really taste the syrup. It kind of tastes like an unfrozen Otter Pop, the blueberry raspberry kind. Yeah, and you can't really taste the tequila. I like a drink that masks the hard stuff, but I gotta know it's there. And I don't really get that with this one, so I wouldn't pay, Disney cocktail prices for this. I think you can probably skip this one unless you're really in a fix for a margarita. But if you are, you should probably head over to, Rita's blender, Turbo Blend. There are a bunch of other types of margaritas there. And then also low-key Cozy Cone 4 cone concoctions probably has some of the best cocktails in the park. And they're usually very well priced. So that's it for this one. I'm gonna go over to, I'm not sure what's next. I guess you'll know in the edit. See you later. Next up was the Holiday Flight from Brews and Bites. All right, here we go for drink number 2. Actually, it's a bit of a misnomer. It's going to be drink number 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the Holiday Flight from Brews and Bites. It's 4 beers. It's a 1 IPA, a double IPA, a coffee stout, and a Jamaica Seltzer that I'm really excited to try out. So we're gonna hit these up one at a time. And God have mercy on my soul because I've only had one drink and I'm already, whew. All right, let's dig in. We're going for the first one, and this is going to be an IPA. It's from the Green Cheek Beer Company. I've never heard of you, but I'm excited to give you a shot and see if we will have a future together. Here we go, it's the IPA. Oh, that is a great IPA. It's not super hopsy, like the name would tell you, and it really is sort of the perfect marriage between an IPA and a Hefeweizen. It's got that cool crispness. I can definitely see this as a summer beer. I don't necessarily think it's that wintry, or why it was selected for the winter festival of holidays, but it is. Also, we're in Southern California, so it's not really winter or fall here, you know what I mean? Out of 5, I'd say 4 out of 5. And we'll definitely look up Green Cheek Beer Company in the future. Let's just take a second and really enjoy the fact that it's Christmas time at Disneyland. I hate Christmas, let's be real. But I don't know, there's something about Christmas at Disney that just makes it okay. I'm a Halloween girl all the way, and I'm really sad that Halloween is over. But you know what? That's a tangent. Let's get into the drink. Here we go with flight drink number 2, actual drink number 3. This is the Altamont Juice double IPA. It's from, I guess, the Altamont Beer Company in Livermore, California. Hey, Livermore! Let's see what you got. Again, double IPA. No. Listen, I don't mind a hops, a hoppy beer. It's very bitter for a double IPA. It's a little more bitter than I'm used to. I'm sorry. I gotta say nay. I actually can't even see this as like a winter situation. I would definitely not recommend. Let's say 2 out of 5. But hey, Livermore, you're trying. You know, you've got a fledgling wine scene that's getting there. It's hard to be, you know, the first city right over the Altamont. It can be a little bit of a desert. Not great. 2 out of 5. It's a hard pass for me. Sorry. Okay, so we are on flight drink number 3, actual drink number 4. And this is going to be the Great Notion Coffee Stout. Great Notion is a brewery located in Portland, Oregon. So, you know, my expectations are high. Portland's beer scene is pretty great. I'm not familiar with their stouts, so let's give it a go. Are we ready for this? All right. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. You know what? That's actually not that bad. You know, so a coffee stout can be really heavy, or it can feel very bitter. This is not as bitter as the double IPA I just had, and it's got the heavy. This is definitely a winter drink. I would do a shot of you know, Bailey's Irish cream with this. Mix it with some whiskey. You know, do a car bomb situation. Yeah, I would say it's solid 3.5 out of 5. Definitely recommend, but really for the winter. Yeah, check it out. Jesus, I've only had 1 drink and 3 sips. It's gonna be a long day. All right, here we go. Flight drink number 4, actual drink number 5. This one I'm really excited about. It's the La Bodega Jamaica Seltzer. I don't know how else to explain it. Also, it's got a pretty high alcohol content for a seltzer. It's at 6.8%. Typically, seltzers are around 4 to 5 to 6. So seeing something a little over 6% is it's pretty cool. Here we go. God damn, that is refreshing. okay. I mean, you know, seltzers are the way to go. I love the resurgence of seltzers that we're seeing, you know, with like Truly and High Noons and, you know, White Claw. But, you know, when you get a seltzer from an actual brewing company, the quality is so much better. So like these commercial, you know, the seltzers that you can buy at Safeway or a Rayleigh's or an Albertsons or whatever, wherever you buy your groceries, those seltzers are typically, you know, they're mass produced by like Budweiser or like some other large corporation, and so they don't really have the flavor that a local brewery will typically distill in their own seltzers. And so I'm a big fan of breweries that actually do seltzers. One of my favorite seltzers, I forget the flavor, but most of the seltzers I get from Fieldwork, for example, are really great. So I highly recommend those. This one is absolutely fabulous. So I would say, yeah, do it, get it. Yeah, she's getting drunk, but I still had more to try. So I went over to a twist on tradition and grabbed a berry pomegranate Paloma. With Blanco tequila, blueberry puree, lime, cranberry, and pomegranate juices with agave syrup, this was a pretty tasty drink. You know, I don't think that historically Disney's done well with their tequila-based drinks, but as is evidenced by the Glacier Margarita earlier today, well, let's give it a shot and see where we're at, huh? All right, I'm gonna do it because I'm thirsty. Okay, I can definitely taste the pomegranate, and then I think that there might be a raspberry component to it. And I think I saw that in the description, but either way, we'll post it here. It's sweet, but it's not as sweet as the margarita, which was basically diabetes in a bottle. This one's, yeah, very solid. I would probably drink this earlier in the afternoon. It doesn't really give like an evening vibe. It's definitely more like hot day, chill situation. So yeah, 4 out of 5. I can't stop saying it enough. I'm gonna put this on the list. I definitely needed a break between tastings. So I hopped on over to Cars Land and jumped on Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. Was that a good idea? I made my way to the Hollywood backlot for my next drink, but I had to take a moment to enjoy the Blue 13 Dance Company's Diwali celebration. As a queer person of color, seeing multicultural representation across the parks moved me. And the fact that visitors from across the nation, some of whom would not otherwise engage in Diwali or other diverse holidays, were celebrating alongside me was not lost on me. It was a beautiful experience. Up next was the spiced coconut cocktail at Favorite Things. With dark rum, spiced tea, coconut puree, evaporated condensed milk, this was a sweet drink that, if you're Boricua, probably reminds you of your favorite holiday cocktail. You know which one I'm talking about. Wepa! This is my final drink for today, but we are gonna pick this back up tomorrow. I was reading the ingredients and it basically sounds like coquito. So if it is, yay. I don't know if it's as good as my own, you know, because I'm Puerto Rican. But I don't know, let's give it a shot. Oh, yeah, I'll give that a 4 out of 5 easily. You can definitely taste the rum and you can taste the coconut. It's super sweet, but it's not as thick as coquito usually is. It kind of tastes like horchata, like if you mix horchata and rum. But I don't know that there's a rice component. I'll have to take a look at the ingredients afterwards. But this is it's a good one. Again, 4 out of 5, but not coquito at all. Unless you like really watered it down, and I don't think you need or are supposed to have water in coquito. At least I don't have it in my recipe. I think I'm done filming for today. Yeah, so I've had enough to drink for today. See you tomorrow. I made my way back to the hotel. Pro tip, if you're not staying on property, it's a good idea to stay close to the Toy Story parking lot. It's usually a shorter walk than to the parks directly, and if you go before noon, you can do security check there and save a ton of time, as bag check at the park's entrance can be pretty long, especially when rope dropping. Similar to the day before, I chose Disneyland as my starting park. I really wanted to get a virtual queue for Tiana's Bayou adventure. And guess what? I got it! You didn't think that was it, did you? Let's make our way to holiday duets for the Christmas Cranberry Mule.
Okay, welcome back through the magic of film editing. It's tomorrow, and I'm slightly more sober than I was the last time I saw you. So for this next drink, we are trying it's from Holiday Duets, and this is the Christmas time Mule. It's gin-based, elderflower, some cherry puree, topped with a seltzer. Let's see what this one has in store. All right, here we go. Are you ready? All right. As you can tell, I almost swallowed that entire drink. This is delicious, but it's also refreshing. Yeah, the gin is a good choice here. It cuts the bubbliness of the seltzer. It's cool. You can definitely taste the cherry. It tastes like a candy. The cherry is definitely a prominent factor in this drink. And the elderflower, I think that the mix of the two it's pretty solid. This was about $17, $18, I think. 4 out of 5, highly recommend. Definitely worth your money if you're looking for a tasty drink. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, I like to know that there's alcohol in my drink without only ever tasting the alcohol, right? So the gin makes an appearance, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. Solid drink, A+, 4 out of 5.
The Dole Whip cocktail at the Lamplight Lounge was calling me. I was able to get on a walk-up list and was seated in about 5 minutes. It's just as good as everyone says. We had one more drink to check out, and that's the Hot Butter Pecan Bourbon cocktail at Winter Sliderland.
We made it to our final cocktail of the Festival of Holidays Marketplace cocktails. This is the Hot Butter Pecan cocktail. The bourbon-based drink. It's served in a cute little, mug, plastic mug. I'm guessing because it's hot or warm. But yeah, let's give it a shot before it gets even hotter out here. Anyway, all right, here we go. Cheers. Oh my God. I got cream all over my face. And that is the unapologetically queer type of humor you're gonna get here. Definitely a 5 out of 5, just above the Jamaica Seltzer that I had yesterday in the same area, but not something that I would drink in the middle of the day. I would grab one of these before you watch World of Color, or if you're gonna wait in a long line outside, so, like Guardians of the Galaxy, instead of a beer line, do essentially a hot toddy. The cream on top, the butter pecan cream is just, it's so delicious. I'm hoping I can find something like this in the store and sort of recreate this when I get home. The bourbon, it hits, it warms you up on the inside. I don't know that I'm gonna finish this right now because it is really warm. And I've already got the booze sweats as it is. But do not miss this drink. Definitely worth the price of admission. Not into the parks, but $17, $18 for this drink is really good. The volume, again, not so great, but there is such a strong presence of the bourbon. If you're drinking to get like a buzz, you don't need a lot of this. And frankly, I don't think they want to serve you a lot of bourbon in this park. Thank you so much for joining me on this booze crawl here at the Festival of Holidays at Disney's California Adventure. I'll be back for the next holiday, which is likely going to be the Food and Wine Festival, which is actually my favorite. The food is always on par. It's the best food, the best cocktails. They always bring back Soarin' Over California, one of my favorite rides, attractions here at Disney's California Adventure. And I really wish they would bring it back full time, but it is what it is. Sending everyone love, warmth, and community. See you soon.
Let's recap. I gave the Glacier Margarita at Mary Mashup's 3 out of 5 stars, citing the sugary syrup as too distracting from the tequila flavor. I tried the Holiday Flight from Brews and Bites, rating the Green Cheek IPA 4 out of 5, the Altamont Juice Double IPA as a 2 out of 5, citing its bitterness as a negative. The Great Notion Coffee Stout received a solid 3.5 rating, and I recommended a whiskey or Bailey's sidecar pairing. Last, the La Bodega Jamaica Seltzer received 4 out of 5 stars and was a refreshing end to the Holiday Flight. The Berry Pomegranate Paloma from A Twist in Tradition was a nice surprise, earning 4 out of 5 stars. Also earning 4 out of 5 stars was the Coquito-like spiced coconut cocktail from Favorite Things. The Christmas Cranberry Mule from Holiday Duets was a refreshing gin-based cocktail, which also earned 4 out of 5 stars. I guess we're on a roll. Winter Sliderland's Hot Butter Pecan Bourbon cocktail was the only drink to earn a perfect 5 out of 5 rating. But note that it's served hot and would best be enjoyed while watching World of Color in the evening. That's a wrap on this episode. Thank you to my sister Erica, aka Venus in VHS, for supplying most of the music from today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to @SingleWriterPOV on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram @SingleWriterPOV. Until next time, cheers!